Okay, so Craig, end of day one of the 2021 National Coaches Forum. What a way to start. Three great presenters. You can add us hopefully into the mix as well. But kicking things off with Adam Krikorian, the women's or the US women's water polo head coach, triple Olympic gold medal winning coach. What a way to start. What a precedent to set. What were your take on from his presentation?
Yeah, as you say, a great way to start. Stellar coach there to kick coaches forum off this year. The thing that really struck me, and I made note of them in his presentation, were his 7 considerations to think about when you're coaching teams. And I made a note: pressure paralyzes, courage counts, adversity always appears, trust is tested, bad habits blossom, blame is bountiful, and flexibility is at the forefront. And I think for any coach, those sort of to have those considerations just in the back of your mind is really important. These moments of adversity that we sort of find ourselves in, to be able to have a contingency and plan for, I think is a really great trick that we see and proven today. Some of the highest performing coaches have got these little tricks in their playbook, and I think it's a really important message. So that was one of the things that stuck with me from Adam.
Yeah, no, great use of alliteration to create a sticky message. Like you say, it hangs around, it sticks with you afterwards. So, yeah, great stuff. And I mean, I know people in attendance were in the chat, and their comments were a lot around his candor, his willingness to be open, be vulnerable, be humble about his journey, his experience as a coach. He shared some of his most challenging times, and that was really refreshing to hear. And I'm sure was helpful for a lot of coaches on the call to know that even the very best go through those moments on their coaching journey. So yeah, a great start to proceedings.
Yeah, no, it was. And I think as you say, we've all got self-doubts and fears, and to hear it from somebody as successful as him is, as you say, is quite comforting in many ways. But yeah, great day one.
Cool. So next up we had Chris Fry from UNC talking, as is his wont, to talk all things data and analysis, sharing his insights on using data to inform goalkeeper development. Again, what do you take away from Chris's presentation?
Yeah, I like Chris's presentation. He covered a lot of ground, there's a lot of detail in it. But the thing, I guess the key thing for me and important for him was that he spoke about landing the message with players when working with data. Some of it, if not presented well, can appear a bit dry, and you've got to keep that interest. And I think some of the tips and tricks he spoke about, creating these moments of quizzes, or just simple things like using their team colours on presentations to try and just catch the eye and engage a little further. I thought that was really a good little lesson for us to think about, particularly if our message sometimes is sometimes dry. And I thought that term he used, landing the message, was a good one for me.
Yeah, I thought I quite liked his. I really liked his approach to using data and really asking questions of the data, and being willing to use data to challenge your own assumptions. And then once those assumptions are challenged, using it to inform how you do what you do, whether that be on the practice field or how you set your team up tactically. I thought, yeah, some fascinating insights as always from Chris. Well, see, we followed hot on Chris's heels with some insights on the psychological characteristics of developing excellence, and then men's national team coach Harry Singh rounded out the day with his thoughts on outletting and some of the messaging he'll be bringing into the men's program over here. But what are your thoughts on what Harry had to share today?
Yeah, again, a lot of detail. I think knowing Harry as I do, he has an eye for detail, and that was evident today. And what I really liked about it was, in amongst the detail, there was a simplicity to his message. And what stuck with me was just the reminder, and it's the simple thing sometimes, is that, the simplicity of skills when you are outletting. And he used the example of playing forehand to forehand. Now, I know that's a very sort of low level message in a lot of eyes, but as some of the comments coming back on the chat were saying, that yeah, that's a really important message, and it often falls on deaf ears of players, because they expect or they want something a little bit more shiny or a little bit more exciting. But yeah, there's a time and a place, and coming out of the back is probably quite a good time just to make sure you're playing a simple game.
Yeah, detailed but simple, like you said. I mean, you can't help but listen to Harry talk or interact with Harry, and his passion for the game really comes through, and that's always exciting to hear and listen to his, or gain his insights on anything and everything related to the sport of field hockey. So yeah, a great way to finish day one. We look forward to day two with a real hockey focus, a couple of Olympic gold medal winning hockey coaches, and Shane McLeod and Alison Anand joining us, and they round out the day after we kick it off with a round table of discussion from three of very successful NCAA coaches who all three had great seasons this past fall.
Yeah, looking forward to tomorrow and checking in with those college guys first thing, and yeah, hearing from the world's best in the last two sessions. So yeah, very much looking forward to it.